Hmm. So, dear student, today we shall discuss thalassemia, which is a very common hematological disorder in our part of the country. So, let us try to define thalassemia. Thalassemia, it is a group of hereditary disorder characterized by impaired synthesis of globin polypeptide chain. So, when the globin polypeptide chain is deficient, the hemoglobin concentration, their level will be decreased and the patient suffer with anemia. There are 3-4 facts about the thalassemia. First, it is not a single disease. It is a group of disorder. Meaning by there are many types of thalassemia like alpha thalassemia, beta thalassemia, and alpha thalassemia may be again alpha thalassemia major, alpha thalassemia minor, between two intermediate. Similarly, there may be beta thalassemia major, beta thalassemia minor, and between two there may be intermediate. So it is a group of disorder. You are looking here that it is represent not a single disease, it is a represent group of disorders. So one fact. The second fact is it is hereditary, meaning by it can run in the family. It is a congenital disorder, hereditary, familial tendency, meaning by it can run in the family from one generation to another generation. And the third important fact is that it is a genetic disorder, meaning by the defect is located at the level of the gene in the stem cell. So that is why nowadays stem cell transplantation is the major treatment of choice in case of thalassemia. So thalassemia, it is a group of disorder characterized by deficient synthesis of globin polypeptide chain that lead to the development of anemia, and anemia is the main cardinal or clinical feature in case of thalassemia. So the type of thalassemia is given on the basis of which type of polypeptide chain has got impaired synthesis. If alpha type of globin polypeptide chain deficient or absent, it is called alpha thalassemia. If beta globin polypeptide chain is deficient or absent, it is called beta thalassemia. So broadly it is divided into alpha thalassemia and beta thalassemia. Before going to start thalassemia of different types, we should know some general aspect about the thalassemia, general concept about the thalassemia. Usually, a patient suffering from thalassemia present with the feature of anemia, and ground characteristic anemia in case of thalassemia either alpha or beta. The RBC morphology is microcytic and hypochromic. So recall the previous lecture that all of you know this fact that microcytic hypochromic type of anemia is seen in certain conditions like iron deficiency anemia, like thalassemia, like sideroblastic anemia, like chronic disorder. So sometimes the blood picture is very much similar to iron deficiency anemia in case of thalassemia, that is the RBC appear microcytic and hypochromic. Although there are many points to differ, so by the way of differentiating point we can differentiate iron deficiency anemia and thalassemia, but the blood picture is more or less similar in this sense that RBC is microcytic and hypochromic in both conditions. Second important point that a patient of thalassemia generally present with the feature of anemia. So anemia, what is the cause of anemia in case of thalassemia? So the main cause, all of you know that that globin polypeptide chain synthesis is deficient, or sometimes it may be absent, that lead to the decreased synthesis of hemoglobin, so the patient suffer with anemia. This is the major cause. But in case of thalassemia, alpha thalassemia or beta thalassemia, another important feature is going to happen, that there is a formation of abnormal type of hemoglobin. This is because that if alpha is deficient, the beta polypeptide is more than alpha. Or if beta is deficient, then alpha is more than beta. So there is a disproportionate. When either type of polypeptide chain is deficient, there will be disproportionate globin polypeptide chain, and that may lead to the formation of abnormal type of hemoglobin, like hemoglobin H, like hemoglobin BARD, like other abnormal hemoglobin. And such a type of hemoglobin, when present in the RBC, such RBC are not going to survive. They can easily hemolyze while passes through the splenic sinusoid or reticuloendothelial cell present in the spleen. So there is hemolysis of RBC, the RBC which contain abnormal type of hemoglobin due to the disproportionate globin polypeptide chain. So there is development of hemolysis and hemolytic anemia. So this is the second cause of development of anemia. Another less common factor regarding the development of anemia is that there may be ineffective erythropoiesis. The lifespan of the RBC is going to decrease. So all these factors may lead to the development of anemia, which is the major clinical feature in case of thalassemia. Your patient is suffering from chronic anemia, repeated attack of anemia, and that is why he needs repeated blood transfusion for the treatment. So this is the first phenomenon. The second thing is that in thalassemia, in both alpha and beta thalassemia, since the hemolysis occurs in the reticuloendothelial cell present in the spleen, so spleen has got enlargement. So there is splenomegaly, and when there is hemolysis of RBC, there may be chance of development of jaundice. So there are three clinical features are very much markable in case of thalassemia, either alpha or beta. First one is microcytic hypochromic anemia, or along with hemolytic anemia. Second, splenomegaly, and third, there may be mild jaundice. So these three features are generally seen in patients suffering from thalassemia. Since this disease is associated with genetic factor, this disease has got hereditary nature, familial tendency. So the onset of this disease or onset of this feature occurs from the very beginning, following after the in the childhood, these features are going to see. So this is usual some general concept about thalassemia. Now come to the first type of thalassemia, that is alpha thalassemia. So as the clear from the name that alpha thalassemia is due to the either deficient or even absence of alpha globin polypeptide chain. It may be either deficient. अगर deficient है तो that may lead to the alpha thalassemia minor. उसको क्या बोलेंगे? अल्फा थैलेसीमिया माइनर. And if the alpha globin polypeptide chain is totally absent, then this condition will be known as alpha thalassemia major. So on the basis of these two features, alpha thalassemia may be major or it may be minor. Minor is sometimes also called trait, alpha thalassemia trait. So clinically, you can easily think that alpha thalassemia major is more severe, more dangerous than alpha thalassemia minor, because in major condition there is a totally absent of alpha globin polypeptide chain. And this type of condition is seen in case of homozygous state, or thalassemia minor is generally seen in the heterozygous state. So these are the two major types of alpha thalassemia, major and minor. The molecular basis, the genetic basis for the pathogenesis of alpha thalassemia is that the alpha globin polypeptide chain synthesis is regulated and controlled by the gene, and that gene is present on the chromosome number 16. So there are two genes are responsible for the control and regulation of alpha polypeptide chain. So all of you know that in adult hemoglobin, the normal adult hemoglobin configuration of the normal adult hemoglobin is what? 2 alpha and 2 beta. Alpha 2 and beta 2. There are some other hemoglobin is present in normal individual called HbA2, whose configuration is HbA2, whose configuration is alpha 2 and delta 2. Another type of hemoglobin that is present in some individual, that is known as HbF, whose configuration is alpha 2 and gamma 2. So these HbA, HbA2 and HbF, these three types of hemoglobin is generally present in the normal individual. But no doubt, HbA is more. About 98% of hemoglobin belongs to HbA types, meaning by alpha 2 and beta 2. And less commonly 1 to 3% it is HbA2, that is alpha 2 and delta 2, and HbF, that is less than 1%, that is A2, alpha 2 and gamma 2. Alpha 2 and gamma 2. This is HbF. But in case of thalassemia, either alpha or beta, they are sometimes abnormally high. And by the detection of electrophoresis of this hemoglobin concentration, we are going to conclude or diagnose a case of thalassemia when their level is going to increase, HbA is going to decrease, and HbF and HbA2 is going to increase. So ऐसा अगर होता है कि हीमोग्लोबिन A घट जाए और हीमोग्लोबिन A2 और F बढ़ जाए abnormally, so then we can easily conclude that this patient may suffer with thalassemia. Mostly it is seen in the beta type of thalassemia. So this is the now come to again our original topic, that is alpha thalassemia. So in alpha thalassemia, the gene is located on chromosome number 16. Two genes are responsible for synthesis of one alpha globulin polypeptide chain. So for the synthesis of two, as you know that there are two alpha globulin polypeptide chain present in adult hemoglobin. So 4 genes are going to involve here in the synthesis of a 2 alpha globin polypeptide chain. Again I told you 4 genes are involved in the synthesis of alpha globin polypeptide chain. So now come to the development. Then how the thalassemia, alpha thalassemia is going to develop. The main reason, main etiology, main cause for the development of alpha thalassemia is deletion of these 4 genes. Deletion of these 4 genes. When genes are going to loss or delete or disappear by any reason, that may lead to the impaired synthesis of alpha globin polypeptide chain, and that may lead to the development of alpha thalassemia. If the deficiency is totally, if the deficiency is less, then it is minor condition. If there is a totally absent, all 4 genes are going to absent, certainly that will be more severe condition and your patient will suffer with thalassemia, alpha thalassemia major. So on the basis of these 4 deletion of these 4 genes, the alpha thalassemia is again of different type. The first possibility is that what? The first possibility is that one gene is going to deleted. You can imagine that 4 gene है, 4 gene ये है इन्वॉल्व होता है अल्फा पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन के सिंथेसिस में, तो पहली संभावना ये बनती है कि एक जीन गायब हो जाए, एक जीन गायब हो जाए। तो दैट कंडीशन इज नोन एज अल्फा थैलेसीमिया ट्रेट, अल्फा थैलेसीमिया ट्रेट, और इस दैट कंडीशन इज नोन एज कैरियर। इट इज यूजुअली एसिम्प्टोमेटिक, it is a silent, there is no problem to your patient can survive, there is no any clinical or remarkable laboratory finding in such condition, because the alpha polypeptide chain is intact, it is deficient but not so markable. The second possibility, और दूसरी संभावना क्या हो सकती है कि 2 जीन गायब हो जाए। क्या है कि 2 जीन गायब हो जाए, 2 जीन गायब हो जाए, इसको भी हम लोग कहते हैं अल्फा थैलेसीमिया ट्रेट और माइनर अल्फा थैलेसीमिया ट्रेट। इसमें क्या होगा कि देयर में बी चांस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ माइल्ड माइक्रोसिटिक हाइपोक्रोमिक एनीमिया, देयर में बी योर पेशेंट में सफर विथ स्लाइटली clinical feature of anemia or spleen or jaundice, but it is not so markable. Again, it is a asymptomatic condition. Your patient can survive. So there is no important. There is no only there may be HbA level will be going to decrease. Only the laboratory finding. Sometimes MCV, MCH, MCSC level they are going to mildly decrease. One important finding is that the HbA level will be going to decrease because the alpha polypeptide chain is deficient here. So HbA level is going to decrease, and HbF and HbA2 they are also going to decrease because the alpha chain is present in all 3 types of hemoglobin. So if his alpha is deficient, meaning by HbA2, HbF and HbA2F and A, all 3 are going to decrease. They are present in normal proportion. This is a very remarkable thing I am telling to you, that because in all 3 types of hemoglobin, alpha is present. Only difference is that in one किसी में बीटा है, किसी में गामा है, किसी में डेल्टा है, लेकिन अल्फा तो सब में एक ही है। तो अल्फा अगर डिफिशियंट होगा तो ये तीनों हीमोग्लोबिन डिफिशियंट होंगे, तीनों में अल्फा कम होगा, तो इसका लेवल भी हीमोग्लोबिन का ए का, A2 का और F का तीनों का लेवल कम होगा, कुछ ही कम होगा, ज्यादा नहीं होगा, बिकॉज इट इज देयर इज ओनली डिफिशियंट। द थर्ड पॉसिबिलिटी दैट इज स्लाइटली मार्केबल, तीसरी संभावना ये है कि 3 जीन गायब हो जाए। क्या है? 3 जीन गायब हो जाए, डिलीट हो जाए किसी कारणवश, एंड दैट कंडीशन कैन बी हैपन, एंड दैट कंडीशन इज स्लाइटली मोर डेंजरस बिकॉज इन दिस कंडीशन all the manifestation of alpha thalassemia will be seen clinically as well as in laboratory finding. Clinically, there will be microcytic hypochromic type of anemia followed by splenomegaly followed by the jaundice, and if you see in the laboratory you will be find that all features like RBC is microcytic hypochromic, there is presence of anisocytosis, pyknocytosis, there is presence of target cell and basophilic stripling, and there may be chance of increased reticulocyte count because there is hemolysis is going to happen, so reticulocyte count will be increased. The MCV, MCH, MCS, all these parameters of RBC are going to decrease because the RBC is microcytic and hypochromic. So all features laboratory finding can be seen in this condition. And a very important finding is that since the alpha polypeptide chain synthesis is hampered here, it is decreased, it is impaired. So this is replaced by beta tetramer, another polypeptide chain that is known as beta tetramer. So such type of hemoglobin in which the alpha is replaced by the beta tetramer, such hemoglobin is known as HbH, which is very much markable finding in this condition in alpha thalassemia, where the three genes are going to depleted or disappear. So HbH, and sometimes it is also known as HbH disease due to the presence of such type of hemoglobin HbH. So HbH क्या है? It is nothing but it is the replacement of what? The alpha globin polypeptide chain by beta tetramer. So by this HbH is sometime undergo precipitate reaction. ये जो इस एबनॉर्मल टाइप का जो हीमोग्लोबिन है वो आरबीसी में कभी कभी प्रेसिपिटेट कर जाता है, डिसप्रोपोर्शनेट भी है और ये प्रेसिपिटेट कर जाता है, और इसके प्रेसिपिटेट करने के चलते एक इंक्लूजन बॉडी जैसा फॉर्मेशन होता है आरबीसी के अंदर में, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं हिंज बॉडी. सो देयर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ हिंज बॉडी, and this is the very important laboratory finding in case of HbH disease, that this hinge body again causes destruction of RBC. इस तरह का हीमोग्लोबिन लेकर के RBC ज्यादा देर तक सर्वाइव नहीं करेगा. HbH अगर है RBC के अंदर तो इजीली हीमोलाइज हो जाएगा. So your patient will suffer with hemolytic anemia. और माइक्रोसिटिक हाइपोक्रोमिक तो है ही, because the globin polypeptide chain is absent, hemoglobin is absent, decrease. So in this way, hemolytic anemia is also going to develop here, and that may lead to the jaundice or sometimes splenomegaly. I have already told you the laboratory finding in this condition, and the electrophoretic study is the main important for the confirmation of this diagnosis of this HbH disease of alpha thalassemia. And in the electrophoretic study, we find hemoglobin H type, that is the abnormal hemoglobin, which is very much diagnostic and differentiating point from the other type of thalassemia or other type of anemia. The fourth possibility, now come to the fourth possibility. The fourth possibility is that when all four genes are going to depleted, ये भी एक संभावना है कि चारों जीन गायब हो जाए, चारों जीन डिप्लीट हो जाए, and that will be occurs in homozygous state in both, because all of you know that the four genes, two genes come from the mother side and two genes come from the father side. So it may be happen that both father and mother has got deficient gene responsible for the control and synthesis of alpha polypeptide chain. ये भी एक संभावना है, जो रेयर है लेकिन हो सकता है कि दोनों फादर और मदर दोनों में ये जीन गायब मिले. स्वाभाविक है कि दिस विल बी मोर सीवियर, मोर डेंजरस फॉर्म ऑफ अल्फा थैलेसीमिया व्हेन द ऑल फोर जीन्स आर गोइंग टू डिप्लीटेड और डिलीटेड. So that condition is a very severe and even life threatening, or it is fatal condition. If it is going to happen such a, then the baby following after delivery, it is not going to survive, or sometimes there may be chance of a stillbirth, or even in the uterus it may be died. So this is a very fatal condition, and that condition is known as हाइड्रोफिटालिस. इस कंडीशन को क्या नाम देते हैं? हाइड्रोफिटालिस. इसमें होता क्या है कि चूंकि अल्फा ग्लोबिन पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन एब्सेंट हो जाता है, हमेशा के लिए गायब हो जाता है. क्यों गायब हो गया? क्योंकि चारों जीन जो उसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल था सिंथेसिस के लिए वो गायब है. तो इसके जगह पर गामा टाइप ऑफ टेट्रामेर इज गोइंग टू सिंथेसाइज. गामा टाइप ऑफ polypeptide tetramer is going to present here, and that gamma type of tetramer has got great affinity for the oxygen. They hold oxygen for long period. So the baby that at the level of tissue, the oxygen is not going to deliver. The baby suffer with hypoxia, hypoxic ischemic injury, whole body is swollen, edematous, and such type of baby will be delivered, and that may lead to the development of a condition that is known as hydrophytalis. Whole body is swollen, edematous. There is hypoxic ischemic injury in the whole tissue because the delivery of oxygen is not going to seen here, as there is a great affinity of oxygen to this type of abnormal hemoglobin. Oxygen is not released, so the baby does not survive. So this is a very fatal condition, and in this condition, if you survive, you can see all the findings of thalassemia. Certainly, there is severe anemia. There will be abnormal RBC, like RBC is abnormal in the sense that RBC is microcytic hypochromic. There is evidence of severe markable anisocytosis, pyknocytosis. Target cell is seen here. There is basophilic stripling. Reticulocyte count is going to increase. Whole MCV, MCH, MCSC level all are going to decrease here, and there is jaundice is very much markable here because there is a severe hemolysis is going to happen. And so by seeing this feature, we are certainly confirmed the diagnosis, and the diagnosis is confirmed. Any type of thalassemia, diagnosis is confirmed by the electrophoretic study of hemoglobin, and it is seen that all type of hemoglobin like HbA, HbF or HbA2, all type of hemoglobin are going to decrease here. So this type of abnormal condition is known as hydrophytalis, and is the fourth type of alpha thalassemia. So you are seeing here that alpha thalassemia may be of four types according to the deletion of gene. One gene is disappear, whether two gene is disappear, whether three gene is disappear, or whether whole four gene responsible for control and regulation of the synthesis of alpha polypeptide chain is going to absent. So by the four, there are variety of according to this deletion of the gene, a different type of manifestation, different type of alpha thalassemia is seen. So alpha thalassemia, again I told you that sometimes the alpha thalassemia is confused with beta type of thalassemia or sometimes iron deficiency anemia. The differential diagnosis is mainly is from iron deficiency anemia and beta thalassemia. Alpha thalassemia का जो भी differential diagnosis बनता है, केस समझने में दिक्कत होती है, कहाँ पर? आयरन डिफिशिएंसी एनीमिया से और बीटा थैलेसीमिया से। आयरन डिफिशिएंसी एनीमिया से इसलिए होता है कि द ब्लड पिक्चर इज सिमिलर। ऐसा है ब्लड पिक्चर इन बोथ कंडीशन, द आरबीसी इज माइक्रोसिटिक एंड हाइपोक्रोमिक। ऑल फाइंडिंग ऑफ एब्नॉर्मल आरबीसी इज सीन इन केस ऑफ थैलेसीमिया जस्ट लाइक आयरन डिफिशिएंसी एनीमिया। बट द मेजर डिफरेंशिएटिंग पॉइंट फ्रॉम आयरन डिफिशिएंसी एनीमिया एंड अल्फा थैलेसीमिया is what? You can easily recall the laboratory findings of iron deficiency anemia and laboratory findings of alpha thalassemia. In iron deficiency anemia, you are observing that iron level, ferritin level is going to decrease, total iron binding capacity is going to increase. This is going to happen in case of iron deficiency anemia. But in case of thalassemia, this level has got no changes. All three, iron level, ferritin level, PIBC, all are within normal limit. Similarly, other differentiating point that in case of thalassemia, अल्फा थैलेसीमिया की हम लोग अभी बात कर रहे हैं, उसमें हम लोग देखते हैं कि HbA2, HbF, HbA2F and A, all three type of hemoglobin is going to decrease here. Although their proportion is normal, but the level concentration is going to decrease here. But in case of beta iron deficiency anemia, such type of changes is not going to seen. कभी कभी कंफ्यूजन बीटा थैलेसीमिया ट्रेट से होता है। तो बीटा थैलेसीमिया में भी लगभग ब्लड पिक्चर तो ऐसा ही रहता है, लेकिन वहां फाइंडिंग कुछ अलग हो जाता है। वहां पर वी ऑब्जर्व दैट HbA2 and HbF level is markedly increased. In case of beta thalassemia, HbA2 and HbF, they are markedly increased, and no doubt it is the very important diagnostic point for the confirmation of diagnosis of thalassemia, beta type of thalassemia. What finding? The finding that HbA is decreased, but HbF and HbA2 is going to increase, and this increase is very much helpful in the diagnosis of confirming beta thalassemia, and also helpful from differentiating beta thalassemia from alpha thalassemia, because in alpha thalassemia there such type of changes is not seen. क्या समझे? मतलब कि बीटा थैलेसीमिया में HbA और HbA2 बढ़ा रहता है और HbA डिक्रीज रहता है, जबकि अल्फा थैलेसीमिया में ये तीनों का लेवल डिक्रीज ही रहता है, लेकिन प्रोपोर्शन एक ही रहता है। क्यों एक रहता है? फिर वही चीज हम समझा रहे हैं, क्यों एक रहता है? बिकॉज इन ऑल थ्री टाइप ऑफ हीमोग्लोबिन अल्फा इज कॉमन, अल्फा इज कॉमन। तो अल्फा का डिफिशियंट है तो सब में ना डिफिशियंट होगा, इसीलिए तीनों एक ही प्रोपोर्शन में कम होगा। सो दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, यू मस्ट नो। सो इन दिस वे, बाय द क्लिनिकल फीचर, बाय द टेकिंग द हिस्ट्री, बाय ऑब्जर्विंग द लेबोरेटरी फाइंडिंग, एंड बाय द जेनेटिक स्टडी, वी आर एबल टू कंफर्म alpha type of thalassemia, and also we are able to confirm, we are able to differentiate alpha thalassemia from similar condition like iron deficiency anemia, like beta thalassemia. Sometimes confusion may also happen with the autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Previous class में हमने autoimmune hemolytic anemia पढ़ाया था, उसमें भी तुम लोगों ने देखा था कि वहां भी प्रेजेंटिंग फीचर एनीमिया के साथ स्प्लीन और जॉन्डिस होता है, यहाँ भी एनीमिया के साथ स्प्लीनोमेगली और जॉन्डिस होता है, लेकिन वहां पर कुम टेस्ट का बहुत जबरदस्त रोल था। किसमें? ऑटो इम्यून हिमोलिटिक एनीमिया में फॉर द कंफर्मेशन ऑफ डायग्नोसिस, लेकिन यहाँ कुम टेस्ट का कोई मतलब नहीं है, बिकॉज दिस डिजीज इज रिलेटेड विद द जेनेटिक और दैट डिजीज आर रिलेटेड टू द इम्यूनोलॉजिकल रिएक्शन। So by taking the history, clinical examination, laboratory findings, we are certainly able to diagnose alpha thalassemia, and also we are able to differentiate alpha thalassemia from similar conditions like iron deficiency anemia, autoimmune hemolytic anemia, and beta type of thalassemia. Again, you can easily think the treatment, what should be the treatment. You can easily make the line of treatment by knowing the important fact that this disease is related to the alteration in the gene, disease is related to the defect in the supportive only that repeated blood transfusion sometimes is going to be done for the chronic recurrent attack of anemia. Sometimes splenomegaly is create the problem, so the splenectomy is done. Sometimes nowadays, for your kind information, the treatment of choice of any type of thalassemia, either alpha or beta, it is now stem cell transplantation. What is this? Stem cell transplantation is the treatment of choice. In this method, in this treatment, your patient can survive for a long period, but other treatment are only supportive. So this is all about alpha thalassemia. In the next class, we shall start beta thalassemia. Thank you. If you have any confusion, you can convey your message on my mobile number. I can clear.